who is SHOPLINE. So in more detail, we are actually a cloud-based online shop platform, which means everything we put on Amazon Cloud. So you don't have to worry about server or whether the computer will be like there are some accidents and then all my data will be lost. Overall, we have already over 100,000 merchants sign up using SHOPLINE. And many of them, they come from different sectors. Some of them may be young generation who just graduate and maybe like you guys who want to start something online. So they will just think going online is cheaper, like the cost is lower, and also they think this is the environment that they are used to. And then there are also smaller shops who has been selling, say, in Causeway Bay, and then they realize they want to expand and they think online world is the way to go. There are IG shoppers who IG sellers who has been selling online, and then eventually they think they want to set up a shop, and then they will use SHOPLINE to set up their online shop. And lastly, there are the very traditional business. They are second generation or even the third generation. They think is no longer the way to just put everything in supermarket and sell. They want to do it online and sell to customers not only in Hong Kong but also overseas. A lot of Asian or Hong Kong people, they emigrate to overseas countries, and then they also want to sell to these people. So they just sign up to use our service. This is the pain point of retail. Is if you're doing very well, your landlord will increase your rent. If you're doing very badly, then you can't even pay your rent, and then you have to still leave the shop, still leave the location. If you have an online store, you can actually sell to everyone. You can sell to America, you sell to Australia, from the north to the south. Also, your shop will be selling 24 hours a day. A physical shop, maybe you run from 10 to 10, 12 hours is already pretty long time. But then online shop, it just run by itself 24 hours a day. Actually, Hong Kong has around 80% penetration rate in terms of mobile internet. In fact, from our internal data, 70% of the shop orders are from mobile. 89% they will actually research before they shop. 40% of them, they shop online at least once per month. So the behavior is changing and everyone is relying on the online resources. So if you're really interested to start your own online shop, so what are the key things you should be aware of, which in fact you guys should be aware of? First thing is the look and feel of your website. So just imagine if you go to an offline shop, if you're walking around in Mongkok and then you see this shop with a very nice windows and then with all the nice decoration. So maybe you don't really know the brand, but then you'll be still attracted to go inside and take a look. So it's the same thing about the online world. So if your website have a nice homepage, people come into, or even just when you're doing an ad on Facebook and then it shows a really nice homepage on the ad. So that will be something to attract your customers, potential customers, to come in and at least look at your site and your products, and then before they decide whether they want to buy or not. Another factor affecting your page performance, which is what we call the responsive design. In the past, if you're looking at a website built 10 years ago, if you look at it on the computer screen, it looks nice and neat. But then if you look at it on your mobile, it will just show maybe the bottom left corner or bottom left top corner of the website, because it doesn't adjust the website size according to your mobile phone screen size. This is what we call not responsive. In the middle, the one with the cross, is actually adjusts, but then it just shrink the whole website into according to your screen size. So you see the font size got really small. So at the end of the day, you still have to magnify it before you can see it, and then after you magnify, you still have to scroll left and right and see the whole content. So it's also not user friendly. The site structure will actually be readjusted because the website has detected the screen size is much smaller, so it will readjust the site structure. Going online, there is actually no salesperson actually helping your customers. First, you make photos like this, really nice photos. Don't just use your iPhone and then just take a photo and then think it's a product photo. Be very specific about your product detail. Tell them, for example, this one, you tell them maybe exactly how many gram per pack is, and then how many packs are there within one box, and then what's the ingredient of the egg roll, and maybe where is it from, etc., etc. So make sure your site have a very clear navigation. We always go for simplicity. Actually, bank transfer is still one of the major way of accept payments in Hong Kong. But then there are still a lot of people who prefer to pay by credit cards because it's convenient, and also because you can accumulate the points and then maybe the miles. Online wallet that is going forward to be going to dominate the market. PayMe is like local P2P ad for people to actually transfer money. Is run by HSBC, so they haven't really done any major advertisement, but then there are much more adaptation recently. You can compare the traditional type of payment and the new payment, and there are much more different kind of new payments. When you have received your payment for your first order, then you have to, of course, you have to ship the products to your customers. Our system, we are going to integrate with SF Express. So the way it is when order is there, when there is a new order, you can actually through our system, and then you request a tracking code from SF Express, and then you can have the waybill already ready and just print it out and put it on the package. Many people in Hong Kong, including my mom, is very afraid of shopping online because they think people will cheat her and then try to steal her money. Online fraud is really happening every day. So how you can do it is always go to websites which are protected by SSL, which is an encryption, and it will encrypt any data going in and out of the website. So even with some hackers actually get the data, they will see a bunch of random codes and they cannot actually deceive it. For us in Shopline, we encrypt every single page, so your customers don't have to be worried to buy from your shop. And then the next thing is what we call the analytics. We always recommend our merchants to install these analytic tools. So which is free, first of all, and secondly, it will help you monitor the traffic into your website. We always say if you are not installing these kind of tools, you are like running your shop in the dark. You know nothing about your performance. You don't know why you're selling well. You don't know why you're not selling well. Google Analytics, and the other one is Facebook, called Facebook Pixels. So as you guys probably be aware of is Google and Facebook just know everything nowadays. So every behavior, all your behavior, they know about it. They can actually help to track your customers' behavior. These are what we call the big data. And big data is usually a bunch of, it looks like a bunch of crap, so you have to go through it and try to make some sense out of it. And if you spend time, you can actually have a lot of figures out of it and know what it's talking about. What we need to do is something we call the acquisition. You have to let people know about your shop, and then they will come. So natural way is to do some what we call the SEO, which is do some keywords and make sure Google, when they crawl about your site, they know about it, and then try to rank you higher in the search result. And another way is actually you buying keywords, the advertisement where you see every day on Facebook, on Google, and these are the way to actually keep people to go into your website. And then there are other ways, like you create a Facebook page and then you get all the likes, and then when you put a new post, then maybe 10,000, 20,000 people will see your post, and they will come into your site and look at your products. This is the list of some survey telling you which are the marketer thinks which are the most effective way to do the marketing nowadays in 2017. And number one is what we call the content marketing. Content marketing means you create a lot of content to attract people to come back to you. Also, you can do it what we call the blog post. You can run your own blog post on WordPress or even within your shop, and then you also put some good content. The second one is big data, which the GA is one of the big data, and also when you do the advertisement online through Google and Facebook, they are also using these kind of big data.